Gorgeous. I'm Carol Peters, and we're on location at the Hello Gorgeous Salon in Gilroy, California. And today we're featuring hair as art. And I am lucky enough to have wonderful stylists with me in the salon that are going to do colors, cuts, updos that you can do at home. And then we're going to take this wonderful hair, pair it up with some great clothes and accessories, and hit the runway. And the whole idea of doing all this is not just for beauty, but it's also a fundraiser for Childhelp. And Childhelp is a fabulous charity that helps prevent, treat, and actually intervene for child abuse. And it's all good about that. So I'm going to just stop right now and introduce our stylists, and we can get going. You're going to see some fabulous magic happening today. So come on in. This is...
Hi, I'm Kristen Sozman. I'm the owner and a stylist here at Hello Gorgeous, also a haircutting educator, and I'm very happy to be here. Childhelp is very near and dear to my heart. My mother did foster care as I was growing up, and so child abuse was something that I saw firsthand. So I am a huge advocate in preventing and treating that. So I'm very happy to be with Carol today and showing you guys some fun, good hair, and all for a great cause.
And now we have award-winning stylist.
Thank you, Carol. Hello, my name is Steph Jones. I've worked here for 5 years now. I'm the senior stylist at Hello Gorgeous Salon, and I'm excited to do some creativity with hair today.
So let's get started, and Kristen, you're going to be the first to go.
So this is my model, Leslie, and I'm going to do what I call a carving on her undercut. So an undercut is essentially the underneath of the hair shaved, and she can style her hair down to kind of camouflage it, but we are going to rock it for the runway tomorrow, or today. And so I'm going to go ahead and stencil a dove onto her hair with a spray. The dove is a symbol for Childhelp, and that's one of their logos. So we're going to go ahead and stencil the dove on, and I'm going to get to carving that dove in, and so you guys can check out that process. So I'm placing the stencil against Leslie's hair, and I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm going to airbrush into the lines so that I can get a good outline, because once you start the carving with the clippers, you can't really, there we go. You've really got to have a good outline in there, because with the canvas you can kind of try and fix it, but with the hair, once it's gone, you can't put it back. So I am just putting that stencil on there to make sure I've got a good outline, and I'm going to go ahead and give it just a quick little second to dry. And I'm going to use a nice fine edge clipper, and I'm going to work around that stencil. And I really have to, just like when you're using a paintbrush, you really have to use a good fluid movement with a clipper like this. So it takes a really comfortable person to do this. I've practiced on it a lot. Leslie's one of my favorite canvases, and I literally say that to her every time. So she's got a nice large canvas. I think she lets me carve whatever I want in it. We usually have a lot of fun and have loud music playing when it's happening. Kind of like getting a tattoo, but a little less permanent. So I finished the dove on Leslie's hair, and the stencil is there, and I'm going to go ahead and take a damp towel and just rub off the pink so we can see the outline. And I'll have to do some finishing touches a little later with that, just to make sure everything's real clean and crisp. So now she's got her dove in flight, and she is representing for Childhelp USA.
All right. Woohoo!
So now I have another model in my chair. I have Shar in my chair. She is my other favorite canvas. And we have decided to, in lieu of Childhelp and having the fundraiser, we decided to carve the ribbon onto Shar's hair. She has a perfect shape on the side of her head with her very asymmetric, fun, mohawk-ish haircut. And so we decided the ribbon would go well with that. And we are going to actually paint the ribbon. I carved it yesterday. I pre-lightened the ribbon, and I'm going to be painting it with a purple and an orange to represent Childhelp and the organization.
Of course, you're using hair dye.
Of course I'm using hair color, professional hair color. Do not try this at home. And but I also use real paint brushes. because hair really is art. And Carol and I love having Carol in my chair because we always love to talk about the different artistic points of doing hair. Even though we use color brushes most of the time, these are my brushes that I use to paint carvings and that I use to balayage techniques, which we'll be showing you in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and paint in her ribbon to match the Childhelp colors, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous when we finish.
So after you did the cutting, you actually bleached the hair.
Yes, we actually had to do it twice because her hair is nice and stubborn, so we had to get it in there twice, and she was very patient. She waited all day yesterday to get her gorgeous hair done. We also have incorporated a little bit of violet in her hair color, just so that we can tie everything in, because everything has to have rhythm and harmony and balance when it comes to hair coloring. We've got some really intense high pigmented colors also that really make this undercut pop. I very, very rarely pull a color out of a tube and just use it. You are the same way. You love to blend your colors and custom mix. So I'm about custom coloring, not just my everyday, but definitely my undercuts. Undercutting's been around for years, and we've kind of brought it back. And a few years ago, actually, Char was in my fashion show. This is our 5th annual Childhelp fundraiser and fashion show. And Char was in the one 2 years ago, and she actually didn't have an undercut. She had a really funky short haircut, but she had no undercut. And we debuted some undercutting. It's when it really got popular here in the Gilroy area because we brought it here. And she literally came to me and said, "Why don't I have one of those? I need one." And I said, "Why don't you have one?" And so instantly, so it's been 3 years of me playing paint on Char's hair and carving, and so it's been a fun ride. I'm just gonna kind of soften the blend of the two colors together so there's not a harsh line, just as Carol would do with canvas.
Just feather it in.
And I think, let's stand back and peek. I think I'm very happy with that. And then we're gonna let Char process while we check out some more fun hair.
Thank you very much, Kristen. And now we're going to switch over to Steph Jones, who's doing a fabulous avant-garde hairdo. And Steph?
Thank you, Carol. So I have Mary Jo in my chair, and we are going to do an avant-garde updo on her. And I prepped her with a high ponytail. And I'm going to be using some 20-inch extensions today. We've got some textured thick hair and some more synthetic regular brown hair. So I'm going to start by taking Mary Jo's real hair into a high bun. And I'm going to secure it. So what's really fun with the avant-garde updos is you get to do some off-the-wall hair stuff, things that you normally wouldn't really do on the regular day-to-day. And it's fun because you get to play with so much hair. So this is really where your creativity comes in.
It's almost like building a sculpture.
It really is. So we got that going on. Almost to look like a hair crown, and I'm going to secure that all the way around. We were inspired when we saw a look on a magazine that we get monthly in the salon, and we thought that we would do a little version, our version of that look. So a lot of things inspire you. Sometimes it's a building that might inspire you, or something outside, nature. You know, you get inspired by a lot of things and try to recreate it on the head. So I'm taking another and tuck it really good so that's not visible.
Immediately, she's, you've changed her look.
And this is definitely one of the quicker avant-garde updos. that we've done in the past and that we're doing for the show. Some of the avant-garde updos can take days, weeks. A lot of planning goes into it, and it's very detailed and intricate. So there we go. A little 5-minute avant-garde for you. We call it a hair crown.
That's very nice. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Mary Jo, you're beautiful. And you'll be walking the runway and rocking it.
I am.
I know, can't wait. Thank you very much, Steph. It's fabulous. And now we're going to switch back to Kristen and see what she's doing with that undercut that we started out the show with.
So we're going to tie some more doves into Leslie's hair. Because these ones are smaller, I'm not going to actually carve them in, but I'm going to use some color to stencil them and airbrush them onto her hair. So it will be like a bunch of doves in flight. So I'm going to go ahead and place the stencil against her head. Keep that nice and tight. And there we go. So we're going to get that one in there. And this stuff is great because it just kind of rubs right off. Looks fabulous. Comes off your skin as well, which is great. I get nice purple fingers when I'm doing these. I'm going to give her a pink dove also.
Because those are the colors of the Childhelp.
The purple. We don't have an orange, unfortunately, but pink will have to do for now. I love the purple. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and just shows up really well on her dark hair. We have actually a full stencil kit. We have an X-Acto knife and a cutting mat, and we just go ahead and run the cardstock through the copier, and we can really print whatever we desire on these stencils. And a lot of things I usually do freehand with Leslie. A lot of times I don't even map out what I'm going to do. I carve, I make my palette nice and clean in the back, and I'll just take my tool and start carving. And sometimes I draw with my finger. It's pretty soothing for her to do too. Sometimes she dances a little while I do it. And a lot of times our best and most creative and fun things are done with freehand. So it's one of my favorite styles, but for something like this, we definitely want to show support for the organization. So we've got her doves in flight and her nice carving, and she is ready to rock the runway.
Now we're going to switch models, and we're going to start another procedure with Kristen, and we're going to do something called balayage, and balayage is what Kristen does on my hair. Okay, the reason that we're actually here doing all this and preparing and changing clothes and getting all this stuff together is for Childhelp, and Kristen is really a supporter. And so we're going to tell you a little bit about the organization. I know it was started in 1959 when a couple of actresses went overseas and saw children being abused. But it reaches all children. And being a school teacher, I know that even if you don't think of child abuse in our schools, there is a lot, because bullying is a real heavy form of child abuse. So the cause is dear to my heart as well. So
one of the statistics that's very mind-blowing is that 1 in 4 people are actually victims of abuse and neglect at some point in their life, which is a pretty astounding number. And Childhelp, there's a lot of charities out there, and they all raise money for different organizations, and you know, everybody's got good intentions behind their fundraising efforts. Childhelp, 90 cents of every dollar actually goes to victims of abuse and neglect, which is a huge number. Most organizations, a lot of costs go to administration. Childhelp doesn't spend a lot of money advertising. They have a hotline which is nationwide, and so anybody can call and get help. When I Googled child abuse prevention, child abuse help, child abuse period, even just the 2 words, childhelp.org was the first thing to come up. So the 800 number is a hotline that anyone can call to find resources and help and to get themselves out of a bad situation. And it actually only takes about $5 to fund a phone call to get a child out of a bad situation. So our ticket sales tomorrow, each ticket is $25, and so in essence, you're saving about 5 children with just your ticket purchase. So it's pretty powerful when you look at that number and that scheme of things, and when we're all done, we tally up our grand total of what we've raised. And over the past 4 fundraisers, we've raised over $12,000 for this organization, and hair salons across the nation, along with us, are doing the same thing. So it's really, really powerful, and together, You know, just our little salon, we make a little dent, but together as a nation, we can really make a difference in these kids' lives.
So thank you so very much.
Thank you, Carol, so much.
And now, as if Kristen didn't have enough to do, we are going to show you the procedure that she does on my hair, which I absolutely love, and it's called balayage. So Kristen, take it away.
When I first got Carol in my chair, her being an art teacher and me being a hair artist, I really felt it was important to give her a beautiful color with a lot of dimension. So I did a technique on Carol called balayage. So essentially I'm going to demonstrate the technique right now. Balayage is a hand painting of highlighting onto the hair. So Melanie here has this beautiful dark hair, and she wants to have sort of a sun-kissed glisten. Nothing that's going to grow out that she's going to have to maintain too much. She wants it to look like the sun just gave her a natural highlight. So I combed her hair into the way that it's going to fall, into her natural fall pattern, and I'm going to use a lightener, and I'm going to pick up pieces of her hair that I want to highlight. I want a few pieces around her face to frame, but I'm not necessarily going to start up at her roots. So like I said, I'm going to hand pick pieces that I want to accentuate this haircut, and I'm just going to hand paint the lightener onto her hair. And Carol was amazed when I first did this on her. She said, "This is gorgeous. It definitely shows all the dimension." We're not going to leave these pieces light on Melanie, but we're definitely going to, they're going to appear lighter because when I custom mix her color, her overall color, she's going to have a darker color into a lighter color, and it's going to look like the sun just kissed her all over.
I've actually had people come up and stop me that I don't know, and they'll say, "Oh my gosh, what is going on with your hair? It looks so natural. It looks great, but it doesn't look like a weave. It doesn't look like a standard where they pull color through." And I say, "Oh, it's balayage."
We use very high quality color and lighteners, so that allows us to do this without creating spotting on the hair. So I really don't recommend you try this at home. Call your local stylist and ask them for a balayage technique, and if they don't know what that is, then you call me.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous. Myself and my staff are all on board with creating beautiful hair, but also just helping people to feel great about themselves. And so it's very, very rewarding. I love what I do, and I love my team, and I love having people like Carol in my chair and Melanie, my carving girls, who allow me to be creative and do what I love, and they definitely reap the benefits from it.
As you can see today, we started out with some extreme hairdos that maybe everyone, would not want. And then we're bringing it on home to a very subtle and kind of like a natural hair color that I have. And then we're also, when Kristen is finished, Steph is going to put my hair in a fast updo that definitely you can do at home.
She still has, this brown hair, but there's so much dimension and richness in it. It's really beautiful.
With my my particular hair, my outfits, of course, the one I will model tomorrow will go with my hairdo in a more natural way. And then the girls that have the undercuts will do fashion that is actually a little bit more edgy, because, of course, their hair is reflecting that as well. So we have to think about everything. The total picture is really important. Otherwise, it's not balanced.
Absolutely. It's all about the balance and the rhythm and the harmony, and everything really has to flow. And when our models were coming for fittings this week, we were making sure the hair and the outfits and the makeup and everything ties together. So.
Absolutely.
So Carol, I do the balayage technique on, and we actually just did her color yesterday, so it's real fresh. And as you can see, she's got a dark hair color, but she's got lots of dimension in there. And I'm just going to kind of pick up some of her hair and show you how I hand painted her balayage highlights on. So you can see a little bit of that dimension there and there. It's kind of that rich caramely color. But what's beautiful is when she's just walking around, you can see all that dimension without seeing where it starts and where it stops. And that's what creates that beautiful natural flow. And however she wears her hair, she has natural curl. So if she wears her hair naturally curly, you'll be able to see that dimension just as well. And it gives her a multifaceted color, still keeping her dark, like she's saying. She doesn't like to be too blonde because she's got nice rich skin tone, and we just want to bring out her features. So I basically gave her a haircut, and then I painted the haircut. I accentuated the haircut with the balayage technique, and then I custom blended a color, 2-3 colors actually, one for her touch up and then one for her lighter pieces and one to give her some darker dimensions. So it created that beautiful cast.
And thank you. I absolutely love it. It looks very natural and get lots of compliments.
Absolutely.
I say you're the Michelangelo of the chair.
I love that. love that.
Okay, thanks. And now Steph is going to take this hair and put it in the updo for the fashion show. So now we're going to take my hair, and this is something that you can do at home. And it's like 10 bobby pins and about 3 sections, and Steph's going to show you how. So we're going to bring it all home right now.
All right, Carol.
Can't wait.
So I'm going to take this first section. It's a small half circle in the crown of her hair, and I'm just going to kind of pinch it and twist and give her a little bit of volume there in the crown. And I'll use about 2 bobby pins to secure this. And just kind of push up. And that will hold that. Then for another section, I'm going to take this and bring it over. Twist that and pin that. Bring this one over across it. So far I've used 4 bobby pins. And I'm just going to tuck this piece kind of loose there. So that way none of your bobby pins are showing and you have a quick, easy little updo you can go to a barbecue with or somewhere fun, either way.
It's beautiful. Thank you. I love it.
Turn that around.
I love it so fast.
It's nice and formal, but it's still sophisticated and cute. It's got a little bit of something with the twists and the pinning, so let me just spin you around so you can see her from the front.
And I'm actually going to wear this updo during the fashion show, and I've got a great dress that's going to go with it.
Good.
From,
well, even with the 10 pins, it should last you all
10
day.
pins. Well, thank you very much. I think
Thank
that
you.
wraps up our hair part of the show. And I'm going to ask everyone involved to come out, and we're just going to say a little short goodbye, and then we'll meet you out on the runway where you're going to see some fashion in action. Now that our hair is gorgeous, we're going to go change our clothes and hit the runway. So we're going to say, ciao for now. We are in front of the Hello Gorgeous Salon, getting ready to actually walk the runway, and we're all dressed up. Our styles match our clothing, and I'm with the ladies that provided us with the beautiful fashions and accessories. With me is Phyllis Mantelli, and she is from Design Styles, and she has a wonderful, wonderful collection and a sophistication for the modern woman. Thank you, and we're both in her outfits today. This is Janae Garcia and Becky Garcia, and they are the Trunk Gigi Boutique, and they are actually wearing the clothes from their collection, and their collection is fabulous. It's casual sophistication and also very upscale cosmopolitan clothing, so something for everyone. And I'm wearing this beautiful necklace from their collection, earrings, bracelets, and they are actually wearing their jewelry as well. Chris and Sozman, thank you very, very much for letting us come into your salon and show us your fabulous magic with hair.
Thank you, Carol.
And also Steph Jones.
Working with you, Carol, working
Love
with
it.
Kristen is a true honor.
Love it. And the clothing you'll see today and the accessories are all available at the end of the credits. Check it out. Yesterday you saw these 2 ladies having their hair carved, and today it's finished and they're rocking these wonderful clothes and looking great for the runway. So Shar and Leslie, if you could turn around, show them the back of their...
Got it, Carol.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yesterday you saw Mary Jo getting her avant-garde hairdo, and now she's paired up with this fabulous hot orange dress and looking fabulous. Mary Jo, if you'd stand, just come out and just do a little spin. Looking wonderful. And The two models standing next to me, we did not actually have time to show you how we did this hairdo process, but it's crazy and wild and wonderful. And thank you very much, ladies. If you could just one at a time step out and turn around. And what's your name?
Carol.
Barbie?
Barbie.
Barbie, Mary Jo, and Carol, thank you very much. All right, we are having a fabulous day. The show is over, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you, our Gavilan television production crew, Marilyn Abad Cardinelli, and all the people involved there. Thank you. Hello, gorgeous. Salon. Woohoo! And all the people there, and thanks to our models and our underwriters who are Hello Gorgeous, Divine Styles, The Trunk Gigi Boutique, and Westside Grill. Thank you very, very much. And we're all gonna say, ciao for now! I now present the models from the local